the fourth wave has begun. That confirmation today from the head of the Ontario Science Table, who says we're now experiencing the full impact of Step 3 reopening. And the latest data shows we could be seeing up to 1,200 cases a day by the start of the school year.
What we're seeing is that now the doubling time for daily case counts is about 8 to 10 days.
What we're heading into is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. This, according to the director of the Ontario Science Table, Dr. Peter Uni, tells me over the next 6 to 12 months, those who remain unvaccinated have an 80 to 90% chance of contracting COVID-19.
So when you say unvaccinated, I mean, there's over 1.5 million children in Ontario that aren't eligible to be vaccinated yet.
Well, the task at hand right now for us is to keep schools safe and to make it to the point when we can start to get children below the age of 12 vaccinated as well. That's exactly one of the challenges that we're having now.
In Toronto alone, almost 200,000 students will be starting the school year without being immunized against the virus. Dr. Uni says we need to continue getting needles into arms and we need to keep community transmission as low as possible. This comes as Ontario's Chief Medical Officer of Health said that we're now 7 to 10 days away from reaching the vaccination target that would allow the full reopening of the economy. While no decision has been made yet, Dr. Moore described the government's vision moving forward.
It's our goal to keep us open, to keep our schools open, our colleges and universities open, and to allow our mental, physical, social, and economic well-being to get back.
Would it be a wise decision to fully reopen the economy just 2 weeks before, the start of the school year?
No, I don't think it would be wise to do so now. We already are struggling, we already are in exponential growth and we can't afford more of the same.
Is this the advice you will be giving the Ontario government?
Personally, I would give exactly this advice.
Dr. Uni added that safety measures such as vaccine passports would be one way to protect schools and keep businesses open.
Is there any scenario where you see us pulling back the economy to allow schools to open safely? Do you think we will reach a point where we need to even maybe go back to step 2?
Step 2 was actually associated with controlling the case count. We weren't in exponential growth. That would be the worst case scenario, that you would need to go back there, and nobody wants that. The take-home message here is, let's get vaccinated as many people as we possibly can. And then let's make it into this phase where we need perhaps 6 weeks or so to vaccinate all the kids below the age of 12 whose parents want them to get vaccinated.
Well, another concern right now is that 25% of people between the ages of 50 and 70 remain unvaccinated, and this group has a much higher risk of ending up in hospital or the ICU. As for the immunization timeline for children under 12, vaccines could be approved as early as November or at least by the end of the year. And a reminder to parents with kids in the Toronto District School Board, tomorrow is the deadline to decide on in-person or remote learning.